Hey, so for my first novel I'm going to talk about is called Suicide Notes by Michael Thomas Ford. And this book came out in 2008. Now, just leisurely walking in the library, I found this. After looking it up on the computer, I typed in a specific genre I was looking for, and then I was like, hey, this sounds cool. Looked it up in my library, and there it was. Now, this book is about a 15-year-old boy named Jeff who, in the beginning of the novel, wakes up in a hospital because he tried to commit suicide, obviously failing, and now he has to spend 45 days in this program because they're trying to help him and to do this therapy and stuff, trying to figure out why he did it and how to make him better. And of course, throughout half the novel, he's like, I'm not crazy or anything. I just did it because I was bored and all this stuff. Obviously, he's trying to hide why he did it, but he doesn't want to be categorized as crazy like all the other people in the hospital. So in the book, he meets all these other different patients around his age, like a girl who also tried to commit suicide, another crazy girl who lit her mom's boyfriend on fire, another girl who overdosed on drugs, and then some other characters you don't really learn why they're there. And just the whole novel is about this boy Jeff, I guess, trying to find himself, I guess, because as time progresses, he doesn't see himself as not crazy. Like the patients at first seemed crazy. He was like, yeah, I'm not gonna like these people. I don't belong here. They're obviously crazy and I'm not. As time goes on, he's like, these people are actually pretty normal and he likes these people. And then the day comes when he has to leave and he doesn't want to face the world. But Suicide Notes is very original. It's really funny, it's unique, and it's different because just the way it's written. Jeff is kind of like a smart ass at first, and he's always joking around, and he just seems like your typical teenage boy, and you're trying to figure out, well, why did he kill himself? Was it his family? And actually, his family seems pretty normal. Not everyone's family is full of crap and just really bad, and no, he had good parents and had a nice sister, and his life was pretty good. He had a best friend who was a girl. He liked school even though he wasn't the popular kid or a jock or anything. So it's when you're just trying to figure out, well, why did he do it? What happened? And you're trying to put these pieces together. Jeff's interactions with these people in this book is just funny, so particularly with the doctor, who he nicknames Cat Poop because his last name is ridiculous and hard to pronounce. And just them bantering back and forth, the doctor trying to figure out, how therapy, always doctors do, they always try to get inside your head and why did you do this, or trying to ask you questions that he doesn't even want to answer. And eventually you know that they just like each other, but at first Jeff is just yeah, I'm not feeling this guy and I'm not telling him anything. What else is about this book? I just think it's really different. I mean, I've never heard of it. And by the 3/4 of the book, it really takes a twist, a really weird turn that you didn't even see coming. I guess I kind of saw it because I was looking in that genre, but I kind of forgot about it when I was reading it. Because it just got weird all of a sudden. It just took a really 360 turn, and I was just like, ooh, okay. And then near the end of the book, you find out exactly why he tried to kill himself, and different stuff that happens with the patients in the hospital, and him really this coming of age kind of story in a mental hospital. So, Suicide Notes. I suggest you find this in your local library. What else can I say about it? It's a really good read. I mean, it's good for teenagers. It's interesting, it's different, it's an easy read too. I mean, it's not too thick. There are, I guess, 45 chapters because each chapter is a day he's in the hospital, but they're not extremely long chapters, and it wouldn't even matter because it's that good that you just want to keep reading. I think it captures your interest right away. The font is, not that tiny or anything. How many pages? Almost about 275, almost a little about pages. This author, I know he wrote a book called Z, which I guess has to do with zombies. Never read it, don't know if I will. And that's all I can say about Suicide Notes. So look this up in your local library, because I read this twice. First time I looked it up, and then the second time I looked it up, and I liked it. So Suicide Notes, go out and read it, and that is all for today.